Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the overstated and overly longed for episode of In the Wee Hours. It is me, as always, your illustrious host, LA Shadow, aka Taylor, sometimes referred to as the Dark Lord of Zazzle, but you can call me
Oh,
Angel. Joined by my illustrious co host.
the man with the headache right over here. It's Sean.
You have
Uh,
a headache?
a small one. A mild headache.
You should
Uh,
take some candy.
I was about to say I'm taking some Gatorade for it right now. Um,
Gatorade?
uh,
For
yeah.
headaches? Hmm.
No, that's just me drinking Gatorade.
Oh.
Uh, um, in hopes of maybe headache going away, even though it makes no sense. Uh, all right.
T-
So,
tell the
so
tell the beautiful people, Sean, what album we're uh, doing this week.
it is Dreams in the Witch House, a Lovecraftian rock opera. Not the Dreams in the Witch House, Dreams in the Witch House.
By Dreams in the Witch House.
Yeah, I mean, it was like organized. This is one I looked up because I was interested. Organized by the Lovecraftian fucking
Society.
web, yeah, society, yeah, that's it. um they put this together, or at least like produced it or something, like financed it or something. uh but yeah, this was the effort of the society, I believe. uh
Yeah, which the society has done other works by H. They've done black and white movies, which are very entertaining if you get a chance to see them.
yeah,
They're expensive though.
yeah. Oh, you gotta like buy like the DVDs
Yeah, it's
or something.
I can understand why, because
Hmm.
I'm trying to bring us up a lyrics page, but I can't seem to find one. Hmm.
There are not a lot for this album. It's it's uh Lovecraft is such like it's he's one of those figures in like everything. He's like, you'll see his influence everywhere, but like he's not like the most popular thing nowadays. Like people might know about him, but they don't make like movies about his like books and stuff.
Well, it's a really it's a really awkward thing with H.P. Lovecraft just because of what kind of person
Yeah,
he was.
yeah,
Like last year, somebody got really uppity that there's an award named after him, and I think like he is a great literary man. He's kind of a cunt of a human being, but
he did
whatever.
good work. The the work the work stands beside the artist, not with him. Like when you make something, it's separate from exactly who you are. Um, it's an offspring.
It
So
the separation of man and art. Yeah,
yeah, like
it's like I'm sure a lot of you listeners out there love Alice in Wonderland. Dude who wrote it, giant child molester, or
you
you know, or pre-sexual pedophile. Either one, not good. But
yeah. I think Chaplin was also part of like weird sex things, or like weird, or there's like tons of stuff about him being like a weird sex pervert. And he's like one of the most influential filmmakers of like the early 20th century, 21st, I guess. Um, yeah. Um, but we're not here to talk about Charlie Chaplin be a pedophile. We're here to talk about Dreams in the Witch House, a Lovecraftian rock opera,
that's very true. And I
and a
will
rock opera it is.
one day when we get big enough and we do our movie spin-off, we can talk about Charlie Chaplin being a pedophile.
Yes, I can see if I'm not just spewing shit. And actually, there are some claims behind it, but maybe that day will come. Probably not. Uh, all right. Let's start with the sinister beginning, the confession, Arkham Overture. Um, uh, this is I really like this opening.
Do you?
I do. I'm a fan of the like sort of performances the two actors put on, with like the priest like being there. The guy comes in and he's like, "Father, I must talk about this thing." I think these two actors are good.
I think these two, with the exception of Walter, are the best actors. And Kazaya. Beyond the actual focal point of our story, these two are the best side characters. It
I
helps that one's a narrator.
Yeah, and I love the way the narration goes down with him in a church. I think I I'm gonna be honest. I have some pretty big problems with this album, and this rock opera, I guess. But a lot of it has not to do with these two guys. I don't like Walter.
You don't like Walter?
I'm fine with the way his character is, like his motivations and what he does. I just don't like the performer.
I see. I actually really like his singing. I think it fits the character very well.
To me, he sounds like Charlie from Always Sunny. Like I
What's
could
wrong
just
with Charlie?
because Charlie is a fucking like Philadelphian like pub rat, okay?
He's like. Listen. Charlie's a genius.
Okay. He just I don't know. He doesn't have a singing voice to me. He sounds like the cheesiest 80s singer
Oh, see, I like that.
like caked in makeup and like he has like a bandana on his head and he's just like, "Oh, the god took me down."
You're
uh,
describing Wasp right now.
uh, or am I describing Walter Gilman? Uh, um, and I think like as he's technically the main character, um, I find his to me his performance being bad almost cripples this album for me.
Oh, see, I disagree. I think Walter's a very strong singer to have. I think you're probably right. They could have found somebody better, but I like his singing voice. But I like that style of singing, that 80s, like, accept Wasp. I like that thing. And you don't hear it a lot anymore, so I found it refreshing.
I think it doesn't for me. It doesn't fit the tone. Centuries ago, like like it
You're not
doesn't fit.
you're not doing it centuries. You got to do it more gravelly.
Centuries ago, um, in the witch house,
I
like
love that. See, I'm like popping right now. I'm smiling.
it's funny to impersonate, but I don't think it matches Lovecraftian horror.
Nah,
Like
you're just too picky.
I was like, I
If it
was
was
like,
Kendrick Lamar, you'd be like, "This is awesome."
no. I read. I said I was going to read the story. I didn't read all of it. I after listening to the album a few times, I decided to just like read the opening like passages of it. I feel that like I don't know if this was the right story to be turned into a rock opera.
Really?
Yeah, it's maybe I didn't. Maybe I need to read more and I'd see how relevant that be. But it just starts off and it's just like Walter laying in a barn, hearing like things outside of this reality. Like it's like this
Uh,
really weird, quiet moment.
this is kind of what I actually prefer the rock opera to the story
Yeah,
because they added the character of the narrator. They added this framing device, which I think actually really helps the story because very only on about two songs are we in Walter's head. From the rest, we're the audience.
yeah,
We're the viewer, which I think makes it a stronger story.
yeah. I guess I'd have to go through the whole story. I sort of like how the short story starts, where it's just like he's just like laying in the like barn,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just like hearing things outside of this reality, and it's like he's sick. I don't know. For that. But I think the framing device is really yeah. Like anytime there was like two guys talking, I was pretty high. Yeah.
So you really like the priest and the narrator.
Yeah, because I think like the themes, like there's lots of religious themes throughout this, like um, this opera, and I think that that's some of the stronger bits to me. Uh,
To get back to just the confession, the slow dirge that we hear at the beginning really paints a picture of what you're in store for in the album. Because this is really the epilogue.
yeah, I mean, it's yeah, yeah. I like the confession. It's just like sort of quiet little intro, but then it starts to
Build.
and it yeah, it builds up and it starts to rock. When it gets to, I guess technically it'd be the Arkham Overture.
The
Um,
wah wah, like that
wow.
that
Yeah.
fucking awesome guitar solo that just starts blaring. It's like, yes.
Yeah. Da, na, 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 na.
I think my favorite part of both these songs is the when he says the last time since his last confession, and he's super precise because it paints the picture of somebody else who is also troubled, right?
Well, it's that he's well, I think it paints the picture of the eldritch knowledge he has. Um, for me, that isn't like him. He didn't like really count. It's like when he also glimpses in to the fucking eldritch stuff that he gets strange powers or something. Um, um, and that's the reason why he's able to. Second song, Dreams in the Witch House. Uh,
This song is called "Dreams in the Witch House"
Dreams in the Witch House. Second song.
by Dreams in the Witch House on the album "Dreams in the Witch House," a
It's
Lovecraftian
the
rock opera.
it's a Lovecraftian rock opera, all instrumental, the entire album. Uh, Taylor loves it.
I do. I like this album.
It's all instrumental. He loves it.
No, I don't. If it was all instrumental, I'd probably be mad.
Yeah. All right. I do not like this song. It's it's like a it's like this like kind of like slow rocking and then it's like it's super spooky. He's like talking about the witch house, you know. It's a devilish history in the witch house.
And the town of Arkham itself, which is a recurring place in Lovecraft stories.
Yeah, yeah, it's Lovecraftian. It's and it's very thoroughly Lovecraftian, even to the point of a fault sometimes. I'll get to that later on certain songs.
Uh,
Uh,
in this track, I don't have a lot of notes for this track. It's a good song, but this is the song we are introduced to Walter,
mm,
and we're
uh,
also introduced to the character. We don't hear her yet, but we are introduced to the witch Keziah Mason.
yeah, he were singing right. Uh, I I honestly don't like it just because like a lot of this like I feel like I'm listening to it and it just doesn't to me it just doesn't match the way Lovecraft writes, you know? Like it's not like he doesn't I doesn't feel like his stories are ever all that they're not like big epic operatic things. Like they're like terrifying nightmares that are like discordant and stuff.
So, is your problem that the rock opera uses Lovecraft in general, or do you think it would have been fine with a different story?
I mean, if it was a different, it feels so tropey. I think that's one of the problems, right? Like it's like here's this type of song, this type of song. We're getting across this sort of point, um, uh, like like like, and there's like they have to insert as many words as possible. So sometimes when they're singing over a track, especially on the later tracks, to me it can feel a little forced. Like like any moment they can fit in words, they try to fit in words. Uh, even sometimes when I don't think they need to. It's just I don't think I don't think Lovecraft really needed a rock opera. I think that's what I'm getting at.
Now, see, I disagree because a lot of people don't know Lovecraft. They know Lovecraft because of a plushie nowadays, and I think this would be a good introduction to Lovecraft.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not going to deny. that it would probably, for some people, it'd be a good introduction. I just don't think, like, you go from this and then you go to reading Lovecraft and it's something completely different. Um like Lovecraft, I always found like his work to be like very like dark and like shrewd, and like there's some darkness in this, right? Like um the way they like the heavy metal, right? That's supposed to represent the darkness, but it isn't quite as like, I imagine the sort of music that would be inspired by Lovecraftian would probably be
A lot more atmospheric.
atmospheric or like experimental, like abrasive, maybe, like even
So you want street sex
I
to
want no I want fucking I want Sun. I want Sun. You know that band?
No, I don't actually.
Black metal, Sun. They very very abrasive, like black metal. It's like monolithic. You know, it's just like this track is definitely like a, here's a rock and here's an introduction to the witch house. It's a very spooky, scary place, and that's sort of my problem with it. It feels like this could go into a Halloween opera or something.
And this and dreams like this song is kind of what like encapsulates that for you.
Yeah, it's the spooky. It's like the spooky, scary witch house,
Spooky,
and
scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
yeah, basically like that to me. That's what the song sounds like. Like, and that doesn't match the tone of Lovecraft, I don't think. Um, and it's like, I think even some of like the performances, like guitar performance and stuff, is pretty good. Like what they're doing with the stuff, and like some of the vocalists, like Hazia's great. Uh,
Oh, what the fuck is her name?
I don't know.
Hold on, I can pull that up really easy. So
Yeah, Kazia's singer is very good. Um, there's a certain part where she's acting where she's bad, but I think she's a better singer than she is an actor.
oh, her singing actually has a very good range, which I was actually
Yeah,
impressed with.
I think okay, she's the best singer on the project. Um,
That's Walter.
no, Walter's terrible. He's he's like I mean, like he can do stuff with his voice, but I just find him so silly to listen to. Um,
Now, so I don't actually, like I said, I don't have a lot written for this song. So do you want to move on to the next one?
uh, yeah,
The
yeah.
music's good. I'll say that much about it.
Yeah, I got a problem. I have a problem with the tone, so it's sort of like the
Kind of
music's
kills it.
fine. Yeah, yeah.
Next
Uh,
song is Higher Fire Breaking Me Down.
oh my
This
goodness.
is the most no, that's not true. This isn't the most 80s song on the album. But I love the chorus in this song. Fight fire with fire.
It's I'm surprised, but not surprised. The song isn't called "Fight Fire with Fire."
I'm
Um,
actually happy it's not. It probably I actually would have knocked off points for that.
I think I would have put on points because I like Metallica, but that's like their line, but it's not the same "Fight Fire with Fire."
the,
Uh,
but this song is actually really key in the album because this is where we get a hint at Walter's lust for knowledge. This is like
yeah.
the first like inkling of it. We're also introduced to Dombrowski in this song through his prayers.
Uh, who's I don't have a complete grasp of the storyline. I know generally what it's about. Who's Dombrowski?
Dombrowski is someone else who lives in the house, who's trying to keep the spirit of Keziah at bay. So, in the story, or in one of the adaptations of it, he's a Jewish man, but he's doing Christian prayers. That's how afraid he is of the ghost.
Okay.
That's a very interesting character, but he's only on like I think one other track as like a singer. So.
All right. It's I think I also have a problem with the song. Like Walter singing, it's another track where I'm like, oh my god, Like,
You really don't like
he's-
Walter.
I hate Walter. Like I think he tries to put the passion in, but he's just not capable of doing what I think he needs to. Like,
Well, we should probably get to that at the end because I do have comments about something similar as well. If that's
okay.
okay with you.
Yeah, I think I got a little bit more to say about Higher Fire.
Okay.
Um, I just think like it's such a weird song. Like words, just the sound of it. Like
Do you like my opinion on this song is I like it, but I find the chorus it kind of like musically like musically and how it's sung doesn't really fit with the verses cuz it seems so tepid, like very like soft, I guess would be the word to use.
it sounds like a like a fucking 80s tune. Like it's like an 80s like I'm gonna go higher with you, girl, or something like that, where it's like rising to the sun to meet the occasion. But I that it feels so
It's
weird
a
on a
80
fucking
it's an 80s rock ballad with math.
yeah. Yeah, like that's like it's so weird that it's on a Lovecraftian rock opera album. Like what? Like
I like it. I'm not going to lie.
it's
This isn't one of my favorite tracks on the album though. I will say that much.
it's it feels so like this is definitely one of those moments where I'm like, man, this doesn't belong here. Um, to to must if to get ahead, I must ascend. Um, uh, and there's see, I even think like I like the story that they're conveying here, right? Like my first listen through of the album, I was like, man, that was a good story, but man, the presentation wasn't the best. Um,
I think they're actually doing new stuff, so maybe they'll get it right the second go around.
Maybe, or the oh, I don't know about that. They might just do more of the same, and I don't think it's like there's definitely an audience for it. Like I think you like it, right? So like,
I bought this in a. Have you ever heard the website Groupies?
no,
It's like a bundle website, but they sell comics, games, music sometimes. This is what made me buy the bundle. I bought the bundle to get this album.
okay. Um, I mean, it's definitely an interesting thing. Like if I had no idea what it was and I saw a fucking Lovecraftian rock opera, I'd be like, sure, buy it.
Tight, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's just I just think what they were doing for most like Lovecraft fans, they'll probably love this. You know, like
The
they'll
diehards.
yeah, I think they'll like this. You know,
The weird thing is, I don't know if there's a big crossover between metal fans and Lovecraft fans. To
I
tell you the
don't.
truth,
I think there's quite a big crossover. Like
I
if you
don't
look,
know. They spelled Cthulhu wrong on a Metallica album, so
they didn't. They that was on purpose. That's one of his listed names, I think. Like if you look at like multiple pronunciations of it, that's one of them is Cthulhu.
that's also like the closest I think to how it's said to how it's spelled. Spelt like if you spell it with a K, that's actually how you pronounce it. You don't say it with a soft C. So,
It's a
yeah,
uh,
Cthulhu
uh,
Raila Fatang.
Verhagen.
Fatagen. You sound like
Verhagen.
a Dutch Cthulhu.
I said like proper old English. Uh, Verhagen. Um,
I was gonna
um,
go into a Swedish chef bit, but I decided against it.
Swedish chef bit. I was doing an Italian chef bit earlier.
Oh,
Um,
that's fantastic, Sean.
uh, uh, People said the character was racist. I told them you're fucking racist.
You tell him, Sean.
Such a good character. I can't stop. All right.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Okay, wait a moment. There's one moment where just like that just one moment where I just like I completely checked out, and every time I hear it, I roll my eyes on the fucking Higher Fire.
Mm.
Uh, like at the end of the song, there's like these really cheesy rhymes. Um, let me find it.
I really wish I could listen. I can't because it'll pick up in the recording, guys. So
Yeah, yeah. It's like secret so surprising. His disguising something epic, like just like him. For some reason, him calling it epic just felt so wrong to me. Like it made me think of gamers. Like epic kills,
E-
epic
e-
games.
epic lol.
Yeah, exactly. It made me think of that. It didn't like it make me think of the epic scope of this Cyclopean castle is like it's something epic.
I don't know if you're just in a Lovecraft mood, but I guess it's because we're talking about Lovecraft, but you're using a lot of like words he's known for, like cyclopean and stuff like that. I like it.
I am. I I am using those because we're talking about it. Uh all right.
Next song. What's it called? What's it called?
Bridge to the Stars.
One of the highlights of this album is this song, in my opinion.
This is I am more indifferent on the song. I you know the beginning part where the guy is like
The
say
Professor.
something like this.
The Professor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the
This is
professor.
my first line, Sean. We are introduced to the first voice of the Professor, who doesn't really fit this album aesthetically at all. He doesn't. He sticks out like a sore thumb on this entire album.
I yes, he fucking pisses me off every time I hear him. Like I made a note here. He sounds like Sam the Eagle from fucking the Muppets.
Wow, two Muppets references in one episode.
When was the first one?
Swedish Chef.
Oh yes. Uh, Sam. Yeah, he sounds like Sam the Eagle. Go and listen to Sam the Eagle. It sounds like him. Um, um,
So many questions.
so many questions, stars going higher. Um,
I
uh,
love this song though. Like this is one of my favorite choruses on the album.
it's
Like there's a bridge to the stars.
uh,
We also I think this is the
there's just a metaphor.
it's
So
just a metaphor.
okay. So like, okay, that's this is one of those moments where I feel like it gets too wordy for its own like, uh,
Good.
or yeah, like the professor Sam the Eagle is like singing that he's
Professor Sam. Let's call him Professor Sam.
Professor Sam. He's like, there's a bridge to the stars, but it's just a metaphor. Like I don't know if there's any way to sing it's just a but it's just a metaphor correctly. Like,
No, maybe this album would have been really helped by if characters like that were spoken word instead of singing.
yeah, I think there should have been a lot more spoken word rather than singing.
Because the spoken
Because,
word stuff on this album is very good, in my opinion.
yeah, yeah, it's performed well. It's just that like I feel like they sing like they cram singing in too much. Like it's
Well, there's certain people on this album who certainly don't need to sing.
yeah, like there's the moment in the song where there's like choir vocals. And I'm like, typically singing on an opera should be like, it should be,
An actual choir.
or it should be a part of like the song, right? They should represent something, right?
Yeah,
But
a choir is usually like supposed. Well, I think in this song that actually might represent like the rest of the class.
maybe, but it feels. Would the class be singing along with him?
I'm stretching right here. I'm trying to give you a reason. That's a stretch, but it's one that fits, right?
I guess technically, but it's like it'd be very weird
Why
if
would
it
the
like.
professor be singing then, Sean? If we're gonna
Well,
do it that way.
because it's a fucking opera, and say if this was performed on stage, and they do this in front of like a class, not in front of a class, but like the class is there, right?
I would do
And
this on
the
stage.
professor's there, and he's like, "There's a bridge." And this is Walter. There's a bridge to
To
the stars,
to dimensions near and far.
near and far. Um, he seems like such a happy boy.
We could walk where no man has walked before.
Yeah, it's to me. I like after like saying like just especially right now when I said like he sounds like Charlie, I can only imagine him as Charlie from Always Sunny, and this
Talking
is
to Sam the Eagle.
yeah, talking to Sam the Eagle, and this is like his plan to go to like Lovecraftian realms.
uh,
Uh,
I have a question though.
what?
At one point in the song, we actually hear the narrator sing the chorus of "A Bridge to the Stars." What do you think about when he sings it?
I don't even remember that.
Because you said you liked his voice.
I think his singing is probably it's the better some of the better singing. There's still times when it sounds amateurish. Like I definitely think some of the singing on this album was probably just done like they're not like professional singers. They're just like guys who probably are part of Lovecraftian society and like
I
they
think
fit the
some of
role.
them English isn't their first language either. I think a lot of them are from Sweden.
Yeah, especially on the on Dreams in the Witch House, I could definitely tell. Um, people are actually like people from other countries are pretty good at doing American accents.
Well, that's what you hear all the time, right?
It's everywhere. I guess not English. I mean, more like correctly, it would be American accent. Uh,
Well, that's like because I grew up watching American TV. I don't have like the stereotype. I have a little of it, but I don't have like the hardcore accent that I should have. So
yeah.
hardcore is probably not the right word there, but
Um, Epic. um,
what is
all right,
it?
all right. See if I have any more notes.
Uh,
Um,
I do.
yeah.
Uh, for oh my god, I have so many notes. Walter's understanding of knowledge gives us a glimpse that he might have traded his soul away in this song. Or
Mm.
that's like the first sign of it. It's also possible this is where we start to see the first influence of Keziah.
You know, these story bits are good. These are good story bits, and there's a bit of clever storying in on this album, but
Story in.
storying. Um, but I think I think I don't think it makes up for some of the very strange choices um, and bad performances. I guess Walker being Charlie isn't all that bad. I can now go back and get a rock album, a rock opera about Charlie Day going insane.
I hate you so much.
Like like the gang meets the
the gang
New
go-
York Lotto.
the gang goes to Azathoth.
Yeah, meets Azathoth. The gang sells their soul to Azathoth.
I'd
Um,
watch that episode.
yeah, I would. Maybe for a while, and then I realized how bad it is.
Oh shush you.
He's so cheesy.
Hey man, Charlie's a great singer.
And Charlie's a great singer. I especially like it um when they allow fucking the Nightman to get to the boys' hole. uh,
Dayman. Ha ha ha.
hey, "Oh,
Fighter of the night, man. Okay,
master of karate,
and friendship.
for everyone.
Okay, that's our bit, guys. That's it. I swear, no more. I can't promise that. uh, I love fucking Sunny. It's one of my favorite
Yeah,
tunes.
sounds dang good.
You got anything else for Bridge to the Stars?
No, no.
Next track is The Nightmare, featuring Blair Lucas, who I cannot find any fucking information for.
Uh, it's an alright song. Uh, I definitely don't have as many problems. Like if I were to tell you my problems with the song, I'd be just repeating that Charlie's in this album.
So you're saying I should have been Walter? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll accept that. That's a worthy criticism. I'll accept that.
This is actually the first time I made that note was like on this song. Walter sounds like Charlie from Always Sunny.
This one, I will say, the Nightmare captures the atmosphere, I think, a lot better than a lot of the tracks. Like, I can see the Obsidian City and, like, the Nightmare scape. I can see that in this song. I can hear it.
The way like it echoes
Yeah.
like through like weird catacombs or something. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it fits. Like, this, I think they would be. If they did this again, this is how they probably should approach it musically instead of the 80s rock and riffs on a lot of the songs.
yeah. It's like it goes for me. Like most of the time, it's like weird '80s rock tropes, and
Which is fine. Like, if you like that stuff.
yeah. I mean, I just don't think it's the ideal way to do a Lovecraftian rock opera. I don't know if there is an ideal way. Um,
I could do it.
I'd probably rather see like a concept album or something like.
Like, just something that's more ideas based than a full fledged story.
Well, like it could be even a full-fledged story, or just like just don't it just doesn't need a million words, you know, like
Just so less wordy overall is what you want.
yeah, like or like if it's wordy, make it weirder, you know. Like give me something weird. This isn't all that weird.
I like the
Uh,
Nightmare. Like, I like this song. That's probably my
yeah,
last words on this one.
I'm fine with it.
Next song is the lead single and the only song with a music video, I do believe, No Turning Back.
Now we're turning back.
Featuring, oh, her name is Elaine Kazian?
Uh,
Something like that. Kashian?
Elaine Kashian, sure, fine. I like the way it segues good from the Nightmare. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wait, did we skip a song? No, we didn't. Okay.
No, there's a the segue between the two songs is pretty cool. The Nightmare and No Turning Back.
They do that well on a couple of things on this album.
Yeah. Um,
This is of to everyone who doesn't know this song. This is the first track we hear Kazaya herself take the lead. She becomes
yeah.
the star.
It's she's a good like singer. She's
I
got
really like her voice. She actually turned around my opinion on females in metal. Like, I'm not a fan of women frontmen. I would listen to her in a band.
It almost sounded like you said, I'm not a fan of women.
Well,
uh,
just not in my metal. So,
uh, I don't think I've ever heard like a female in a metal album. Um,
Arch Enemy?
never listened to Arch Enemy.
No.
Um,
The new chick's all right. Like, she's turned my opinion around a lot. This chick, Elaine. Hey, Elaine.
oh no, okay. Fucking in the fucking Call of Duty zombies fucking things. There was they'd have Easter egg songs in the maps. And they'd be like especially at the start they were like lots of original songs,
Hmm.
and they had one of their composers, Elena Sigmund, like had like it's like thrash metal, and it's like really like pretty good thrash metal, and as a female vocalist, and she's damn good.
Okay.
Uh, it's a yeah. Uh,
Some other notes I have for like the instrumentation on this song, I think really stands out on the album. Like this one specifically,
mm, um,
because the
it,
guitar is like wailing in this song. It's really cool.
Let me see. What's okay? Where is this? This is No Turning Back.
Mm-hmm. Like when she the chorus, no turning back, down, wow, wow, now, 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 and
Yeah,
flagged.
it's a it's a it's a pretty guitar.
The video actually for this song scares me. So
I think I saw it once. I don't remember anything.
she turns into
Um,
an old woman, and it reminds me of the witch from Snow White that I used to be terrified of. So,
She turns into an old woman, multiple of them. It's even more terrifying. Uh,
but on a story note, we get to hear Kazuya's pitch pretty much and saying he's already fucked. This is pretty much the premise of this song. You're already fucked. You might as well just accept it.
I mean, you know, but he's not. We figure out later he wasn't completely fucked, but he just
Except
ended
he
up being fucked.
was.
He ended up being fucked.
Like,
There was
her seduction of Walter, like, kind of cinches it here, though.
what you desperately.
It sounds a lot better when she sings that part.
No turning back.
Your voice for a woman is quite terrifying.
This isn't my actual woman voice. It's my woman voice.
My woman.
My woman. Uh, it's an all right one. I think she's a little blunt at points.
That comes back to the writing being kind of weak, though.
Yeah. Um, it's just like Kazuya is a villain woman.
Also, shoutouts to you, album. I'm going to name either my first or second born daughter Kazuya. So, cheers to that.
Oh man. Yeah.
It's a nice name.
After the devil worshipping witch.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
mean, if I have a son, his name's going to be Ziggy. So.
What if you had a girl and you named her Ziggy?
Nah, that's weird.
Why not? I never, Ziggy's one of those names that it's like, it doesn't. It's such a weird name for me. It's almost not gendered.
It's not, but I want a little Ziggy Stardust. Insert my last name here. Running around. So.
Ziggy Stardust Taylor Lane.
Yeah, yeah. I'll add my entire name.
Your name is Ziggy Stardust Taylor Lane. Hamon.
Hammond, yeah. I'm part hippopotamus.
Yeah.
But
Part hippopotamus, yeah.
you got anything else for no turning back?
No.
Now the next song. Do you want to try and say it first or me?
Signum Crucis.
That's how I would say it as well. This song and a couple of other ones kind of make me think at one point they were doing what you wanted of a concept album instead of a straight up rock opera, because this is a song that's like stories within stories, right?
It's I don't mind this one. It's all right. Like,
well, this is the first one where Walter's madness is actually called into question. Is he actually mad? Because we hear the other characters talk that they can see things as well, like the glowing lights and shit like that.
underneath his door, yeah. Oh.
You want to try that again without the yawn?
Underneath his doorway.
Yeah.
It's I like this song. It's like it's some good storytelling.
The slower instrumentation on this one, especially coming from No Turning Back, actually really helps build a sense of tension, I think.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
we get introduced to another character in this song.
Who?
Kazuya's familiar.
The rat.
Brown Jenkin.
What a name. Wait. Is it Brown Jenkin?
Yeah.
That sounds vaguely racist.
It's still Lovecraft, so...
What's the name of her evil familiar? Brown Jenkin? Or, come on, Lovecraft.
We're trying to work with you, Lovecraft. We're saying like what a good writer you are. Then it's just like, to be fair, he's actually named other shit way worse in some of his stories. So this isn't that bad. At least he used the word brown and not, the N-word.
Isn't yeah. And Nyar Lehotep.
Yarlahotep.
Nyar Lehotep. In this album, he's known as the black man.
But see,
which
I
is
I don't think that comes across as racist. That just comes across as alien
yeah, yeah. I personally I don't know.
within
Like I feel like
context.
it's like it's one of those things where like I don't think it's actually like it's one of those things that could be actually racist, but just it's weird enough that like stand alone without thinking of Lovecraft. That's not really all that racist.
Well,
Like
like when I pictured him, I was thinking, you know how Slender looks, like with no eyes, no mouth. That's what I picture, like a person like that that's entirely like an obsidian, like a rock.
um, there was let me see. I saw a picture online of him that I thought was pretty good. That's going in the
God
description.
damn it! I thought I was gonna get away with no work.
Uh, the black man in
Dreams in the witch
uh,
house.
Dreams of the Witch House. Um,
You got anything more to add to Signum Crucis?
no, no. I thought that song was fine. Oh my god, my eyes.
And we move on to the next track. Sean, do you want to say what it is?
This is nothing I can do. Um,
Another highlight song.
I like this one. Um, um,
This
it,
song gets me emotional in a good way.
yeah, it's like a little,
Interlude.
yeah, it's a little pretty interlude. There's, I gave the image, so now it'll be in the description. Um,
Ah, there you go.
yeah, I like that. I like pretty music. The violin that comes in, it's real
The
good.
piano's wonderful on this song.
I think if there's any problem, is that there's almost a little bit too much singing. Um,
I don't know. I think he does well on this one because you really need that emotion in this one.
uh, yeah, there's definitely eh, there's this is probably Walter's best performance on the album. Um, is on
Yeah.
uh, uh, and this is the one time where I didn't think he was too silly. There were moments where I was like, come on, be a little bit better. But overall, best performance from him here. Um, and Keziah is great. Um,
Brown Jenkin.
Brown Jenkin,
Familiar.
her familiar, which is secretly just a black man.
It's no, it's a rat with a human face. That's what it
Uh,
is.
by definition, that's what Lovecraft thinks black people are.
No. You want to hear a description of what Lovecraft thinks black people are? Go read the Reanimator.
Yeah, I remember that. It was like a he was like an officer or something, right? Or
The
like
description he uses is awful of when he's describing a black boxer. It's actually like it makes you kind of just like you go slackjawed, like what the fuck, Lovecraft.
kinda, I mean, I didn't even notice. It's only because I was younger and like his work is so dense. It's like, what the fuck am I reading in the first place?
Yeah, I think Lovecraft is an acquired taste. I actually really wouldn't recommend it to younger people.
Yeah.
But a couple more notes on Nothing I Can Do. This is Walter looking to God for forgiveness, and but it seems to me in the singing and how like the tempo of the song, he already knows, he's already resolved that there is no forgiveness.
Not for him. There's no turning back. Um,
Oh, this is the song where we get the witch light glowing from his room.
ooh, spooky. Um, yeah, I like that. I like that song. It's a good song.
A really killer touch in this song as well is the guitar solo actually goes off of the piano. It starts like doing the piano on the guitar. It's really cool.
Yeah.
We also get the narrator, and this is something I found interesting because it's added from the original. He is he's afraid that the corruption of Walter is already affecting him as well. He worries about that.
Mm. It's it's very very. Some of the touches they added are interesting.
I'll
If
oh, go ahead.
uh, uh, from a storytelling perspective, just yeah. I mean, I don't even want to say it again. Just like performances can be sometimes weak on this album for me. Like, uh, especially from fucking Walter.
Oh, you're just a Walter hater. You're Walterist.
Dayman, fighter
Ah.
of Nyar Lethotep.
Oh my god. I
Uh,
I had there is a big name that was on this song and the previous one though.
what?
Bruce Kulick.
Who's this guy?
Bruce Kulick was a longtime member of Kiss from 1984 to 1996.
Holy shit, that's crazy. Uh, I had no idea who he
He
was.
was also in Union, and he played with John Corabi.
Um,
To all the people who don't know who John Corabi is, shame on all of you. Shame. He was the much better singer of Motley Crue in the 90s.
okay. All right, all right. Let's keep it moving. I don't know what you're talking about, you crazy man.
That's
Um,
me.
that's me, the crazy man.
The crazy. And the next song up is Legends and Lore.
Legends of lore.
I hate the fucking judge in this song.
Oh man, are you talking about his performance?
The singing itself, yeah. Once
Yeah,
again, it should have
bad.
been spoken word.
Yeah, I there's I like Keziah, but there's a moment where I'm just like I roll my eyes, not even because like she's being over dramatic or something. She's being under dramatic. Like there's a moment where she's like when she's
When my
talking about her
firstborn died.
yeah, and she's like she isn't emotional at all. She's just sort of like I'm saying this right now.
So is this the because you mentioned it earlier, is this where you think this is her weakest performance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's it's just because like even her singing's fine. It's just that like when she said when my first that should be like a crazy like
Shriek.
shriek or an emotional thing for her, right? Or is she like her voice shakes a bit when she performs it or something? It's
I guess, but I see the weird thing is there's an implication that she killed her firstborn.
but that's not in this opera, is it?
It's implied. That's why the judge is sentencing her to death.
Well, well. The reason is that her firstborn died, and so that's the reason. Isn't the better story is that she
Innocent.
was innocent and that she was only sentenced because she was interested in these things, not that like she had already like signed her name in the book or whatever, right?
I do think that's more interesting, especially because there's a line in this song, and I actually wrote it out, where fear comes, evil follows. Where she
Yeah,
was pushed to Nyarlathotep and Azathoth because
yeah,
of the how the townsfolk treated her.
yeah. And I feel like that's more interesting and therefore her baby should have just died and then they're like well it's because of the devil worshipping you do
That's a very good impression of the judge.
um uh,
I will say, like, she is weak on that line, like you said, but like as the song progresses and she starts like going all out on the legends and lore part, I I think it's really good.
I yeah, I mean she's good at what she's doing. She's a good singer, right?
Maybe she just can't do sad. Sad's really hard to pull off in a song, which is weird because Walter actually just did it. And nothing I can do.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is that she feels more like a trained singer. Like
And
she
Walter
feels like
feels rough.
yeah, he's rough. Like he feels like he was probably just brought on and didn't like, have too much singing training. So he sort of just kind of did what he did, you know? Like and so he was able to portray emotions a little easier because he's not like he doesn't have to try too hard to sing. Like that's just
I
kind
don't
of what
have
he's
to do this technique, or I don't have to. Like, yeah.
yeah. And I felt like she felt more like she's like you could pay this woman and she could probably be on a sort of like a new metal song or something, like, and she'd be good, but she doesn't have like her own flair,
Oh, I disagree. I think her voice is actually pretty unique.
I I don't think I don't agree. Like I find her voice like it's very good, but it's to me it's not unique. It's like she has the skill, but not the flair for me. Um, uh, she's uh, yeah, she's
That's
like
fair.
I don't know what to compare to her like.
No, well, no, I'm the same. Like, I think you. I'm actually surprised how like opposite we are on some of these songs. To be completely honest,
Yeah, I mean, I don't even dislike the song. I think it's all right, and I thought it was really cool. And I went back and
but we're critiquing, so we have to point this shit out. Like, would you
you know,
even have thought of this if we weren't reviewing it?
I probably wouldn't have listened to it as much as I have.
That's yeah, that exactly.
Um,
Uh, do you have anything else?
uh, there's I think one of the problems I think I had with this is that there's like all these tropes. Um,
Dude, we still got like 6 things to go before you get into overall album thoughts.
all right, let's move on.
The next one I have one line for because it's this, the Sleepwalker. Because this song's really short. It's just like kind of
Yeah,
a really small interlude where we actually. This is one of the few songs I feel like I'm in Walter's head.
let me listen to the like this
It's
thing.
really short, so.
It's just like a minute.
Am I dreaming? Am I sleeping?
Yeah.
Walking barefoot down these. Uh, something of Arkham.
Yeah, it's a pretty song. I like it. It's like a quiet, pretty song. Uh,
It has a. Sounds like a xylophone or something in the intro.
it's a weird thing. It sounds like a piano to me, a little bit.
Kind of like an out of tune piano, yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Um, all right. I want to move on.
That's it? You
Bless.
don't have anything else?
It's a good, sweet interlude. Blessed are the faithful.
Another awesome track. I fucking love this song.
I love the I like the chorus a lot, quite a bit.
Oh, the chorus is the highlight of the song. 100%.
Blessed are the faithful, 'cause hell's on the horizon.
The
Um,
evil in this room is thick. You should have this crucifix.
yeah. I was wondering, what was the point of the song?
I took it as, and this is what I wrote in my notes, the song is almost like an intervention of Walter's friends, the priest, the other housemates, to try and use God's light to protect Walter.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's how I took it.
Yeah. I thought it was like it was a pretty alright song. I feel like the story point was sort of quick. Like it's like honestly, this could have like this song could have like been summed up in like one or two lines, like
It probably
uh,
doesn't need the second verse. No, no, it probably doesn't need the first verse. I would cut the first verse and just have the second.
yeah, I feel like this could have, well, how long is the song?
It's only like
It's
3 minutes, I think.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean it's all right.
No, I'm
Like
saying if
it's
you were going to adapt this to an actual stage, though,
yeah.
I'd actually change a lot if I was doing that, though. So I guess that's not really fair.
Yeah. It's I feel like it'd be pretty hard to do that. Like how do you do it'd be kind of weird to do a Nightmare Escape on the stage.
I would literally steal all the scenes from. Oh fuck! It's an old silent movie. I can't think of the name of it right now. It was the inspiration for Rob Zombie's Living Dead Girl music video.
I don't know.
Fuck! That's actually gonna bug the shit out of me. I'll tell you next week, viewers. It's free on YouTube. So, you
All
got
right.
you got
Oh,
anything else?
no. Nothing else.
Next track, Sean.
The Crawling Chaos.
Yeah. We hitting the climax of the album, boys.
That's another name for it in your Lerotep, right?
I think so. It's
Pretty
it's
sure.
either for him or for Azathoth itself. No,
Yeah.
it is Nyarlathotep because they talked about the black man, Nyarlathotep, the crawling chaos himself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's
We get like the next couple of songs are pretty much exposition dumps. Like that's
mm.
what they're the storytelling equivalent of because they're giving all this backstory on who the Nyarlathotep is, what he does, and shit like that. I actually kind of like it because you don't hear that in music a lot.
It's I don't have a lot of notes for these last few songs.
I do.
Uh, um, like I think these last few songs, yeah, they're interesting. I probably needed to give them one or two more listens. Um, uh, yeah, my only note here is the girls sings as Kazai is so much better than any other performer on the record.
You don't like
Um,
Brown Jenkin?
who's Brown Jenkin? I know
He's
he's
that
the
kind
rat
of guy who
creature.
snarls
He
when he
snarls.
sings.
He's a rat man.
Yeah, exactly.
Charlie, we're gonna be rats. Uh, he's fucking played fucking.
That's
Can we
Danny
get
DeVito.
Danny DeVito, fucking Brown Jenkin?
Oh my god. He would do it too. Oh.
Yeah, the rat familiar. He just
Hey,
like
I'm
crawls
ratting
around.
here.
Hey, I'm a rat man. I eat trash.
Fuck you. I was gonna say, this. I hate you. The big reveal of this song is that Brown Jenkin, Keziah, and Nyarlathotep are the opposite to God's Trinity. They claim that they are the only true Trinity.
Oh. Who's the if they're the opposite Trinity, who's the is the Father
The Son.
and the Holy Ghost. So is the Holy Ghost the crawling chaos?
No, the Holy Ghost is obviously Brown Jenkin, the Rat Man.
Oh, so that man, the uh, okay, the Father. Um,
Well, no, the Father's obviously Nyarlathotep.
who's the Holy Ghost?
Fucking Keziah. She's a ghost.
Uh, that's interesting, but it's probably just Nyarlathotep, just being an asshole.
Yeah, but the really interesting thing about most Cthulhu works is that there is no god. That these elder spirits are the only things out there.
Yep.
Am I? I have one more, like two more notes. If unless you have something else too.
Say them notes.
The somber, dark music really pulls across the allure of what they're offering to Walter, because they're offering him a spot by their side, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's dark music. All of the music for the last bit of the album is pretty.
We actually get a big character moment, though, from Walter in Crawling Chaos.
What is it? What is this character moment?
He is torn knowing that his pursuit of knowledge is what is his temptation. Knowing morally that he should not sign his soul away. But he does it anyway. Because it indulges his curiosity, his lust for knowledge. He will do the immoral thing to gain what he wants.
He's being a bad boy. Charlie's being a bad boy, joining the devil.
You're such a D.
Hey Charlie, join our side, Brown Jenkin. We got hookers, we got booze.
We're gonna go under the bridge.
Yeah, we're gonna go under the bridge, hang on there, eat trash. Oh, I can't turn that down.
The next track is called Azathoth.
As a thought. Um,
And we actually hear Nyarla Hotep sing on this song.
is he like the? Is he the?
Bow
Oh
before you
yeah.
face the master of the night.
Mm. As a thought. Sign my name for as thought.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. I think that in this song, Walter's singing works really well. I must awaken, but something pulls me down. I signed the book, my soul is bound to Azathoth. I actually really like that.
Yeah, I mean that's more the writing
Than
than the
his
man.
performance.
Yeah. Um.
We got another big reveal in this song, narratively too.
Well,
He's not in control of his body while he's in this realm
he's a somnambulist. Um.
because while this is happening, he's gone to steal the child.
Yeah. Interesting. I didn't notice that. He was dreaming even when he was awake.
Which is actually a line in another song.
Uh,
Actually, it's in the epilogue when the narrator says, "I think he was dreaming even when he was awake."
um. Oh.
Hello.
Oh. Hey there.
Okay.
Worst nightmares. Um. Okay.
Okay.
Let's. Do you got more notes for this one?
No, I'm ready to move on to the sacrifice if you are.
The sacrifice. Oh
Mm.
man, sounds like a bad boy. Uh, it's
This is the climax of the album.
yeah. I think let me see. Do I got notes? No.
God damn it.
I sort of just like had some general thoughts, and I couldn't like write any notes for this stuff. Uh,
I actually pointed out a line that is cheesy in this song.
yeah.
The "We will attack."
We will attack.
Yeah, I was like, oh, for fuck's sakes, that's such a bad line.
I think it's a very goofy song to me. Like the way they talk is just like I could picture them both in leather jackets. It's like we're bad boys.
Especially since the song is supposed to be so serious, right?
Yeah, like they're like we know the name as thought.
No, that was the last song.
Or is it's the same thing. Let me.
Do you want me to say one of my notes then while you're listening?
Yeah.
After the goading of Brown, Jenkin, and Keziah, telling him to offer the final pledge to Azathoth, he refuses to kill the child, instead taking the life of Keziah Mason,
Hmm. The
strangling her with
whole.
the crucifix.
Oh shit. I was surprised by that. I'm gonna say that that was a plot twist I didn't see completely coming. Um, uh, him killing Kazaya. Uh,
I will say I forgive this song a lot for the last minute. The last minute is excellent.
uh, yeah. I just want to see the adaptation where they're just like on stage and it looks like hell and they're like there's like the ground is red and there's like fire and they're both in like leather jackets and like nail polish or like they're like snapping the nail aim as the and
Hear the words.
like it'd be pretty great.
um, Another line I have written here. Keziah's last words are haunting, saying her and Walter are one and the same. Her death gaining her only more power while Walter is forced to take her place. To be in the Trinity, he signed his soul away.
Yeah, the last minute's pretty cool, this song. I like the digital trickery.
Uh, the echoing when him and Keziah are saying no turning back together, because he knows he's fucked at this point.
Mm. Oh.
Also,
Yeah.
Brown Jenkins kills the fucking baby. That was something I wasn't expecting.
Fucking Danny DeVito comes over and stabs the baby. Take this, you fucking stupid baby.
Well, that's actually like, even though Walter didn't do it, he's already signed it away. So he gained nothing. He gave Keziah everything, and he's forced to be in the Trinity now. We only have two more left, Sean. Unless you have something else to add on the sacrifice.
No, no.
Actually, the last two songs for me are very big highlights. Between
This is
Reality and Dreaming.
favorite song on the album.
You like Between Reality and Dreaming?
This is the culmination of all of the Christian themes, like read in this song. I feel the I think probably the best songwriting and performance on the album right here.
Actually, I wrote this is one of my notes. Probably the strongest song on the album.
Just the way the choir, like they have like it feels like he's walking through a church or something. Like it feels religious as well as even though it's sort of like it's about losing faith.
And yeah, and I was gonna say, if you're not familiar with Lovecraft, I think this song would be a pretty big shock to you,
Yeah,
because the narrator is choosing to forsake God, while
yeah,
The priest is trying to help him. The priest is not the bad guy in this situation. He
yeah,
is trying to help a man.
yeah. And I also love the way the priest sort of like half sings here, like um,
It sounds. It's almost like he doesn't know what to say. Right.
yeah.
Favorite line on this song? I wrote it down. Oh, I prayed that God would send deliverance, but demons came at night instead. Poor Walter didn't know the difference.
Uh, I think let's see. I think I think the simplest and most powerful line for me is the belief in God is a delusion. Um,
A soothing fairy tale I chose.
yeah, a soothing fairy tale I chose. Um, yeah, I think that's the strongest like line on the entire record.
It's such a good fucking line. It's
Yeah,
delivered well, too.
that entire verse,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're both a part of the same verse, the two lines.
The one I mentioned and the one you
Yeah,
mentioned.
yeah. Almost immediately follows pray God would like send deliverance.
We actually, and to close this song, almost, after that line, we hear Walter's almost his final piece on the album, where he cries out, I want something more to life before dying.
Hmm.
Brown Jenkins bursting from his chest.
Brown Jenkins.
And then we get a kick ass solo after the I want something more than life. It's so good.
Hmm. Oh my God, Charlie, I'm a chest burster.
I hate you. Oh, it was your
This is
chest, Charlie.
unbelievable. I'm eating your guts right now.
Um, did you notice? There's something I was gonna say. Do you know who sang that last line of the song?
Is it? No, I don't know. I don't know.
It's Walter.
Let me skip to the end. I'm listening to it right now.
The priest. It's when the priest breaks down. It's like, oh God, oh God, and then you hear the line, "Before you face the master of the night."
Oh yeah. So it's sort of like he's become the whole
He's the new Keziah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, are we done with this song?
Yeah.
I have a problem with where this song is on the album.
Yeah.
I think this should have been in between Crawling Chaos and As a Thought, because this is from Walter's perspective. But that
Yeah.
Walter's gone.
I I don't know. I feel like in terms of impact for me, I think it's in the perfect place just because I think
Just a nice little
it,
outro.
Well, yeah, it's sort of like an outro. Are you talking about Madness is My Destiny?
Yes.
Um, it's a bit weird, yeah.
I I think it's just because I came at this album a lot more narratively than you did, because most of my notes are about the narrative.
Yeah.
This song narratively doesn't feel like it should be at the end. It doesn't.
Hmm. Well, it's supposed to be like I don't know, like why is it placed here though?
I don't know. It actually was fucking bugging the crap out of me because if you actually look at this song is before the madness takes him entirely.
Well, I think in a way it's supposed to be like a last moment where it's like showing him off, like
Maybe it's his last moments before he dies.
yeah,
So maybe it's between reality and dreaming, and this song are happening not at the same time. Yeah, at the same time, timeline wise.
yeah. This is
Good idea.
moment before he becomes the unholy ghost.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Uh,
and he gets to reunite with his buddy Danny DeVito.
the best line in this song is "Dreams eternal, life infernal, madness is my destiny,"
Yeah,
and that's "Dreams in the Witch House" is "Dreams in the Witch House," a Lovecraftian rock opera.
that is it summed up. The
So
best on the record between reality and dreaming and
nothing
the
I can do.
uh oh, I guess nothing I can do. Yeah, three best songs for me is the beginning one, and it's the beginning one's kind of not a song and just sort of an intro. And nothing I can do in between reality and dreaming. Uh,
For me, it's "Bridge to the Stars," "Nothing I Can Do," "Blessed Are the Faithful," and "Between Reality and Dreaming." Those are my top four from the album.
okay.
Uh, Overall thoughts. This is actually the shortest uh, part of my notes. Within like the interludes and the characters speaking to each other, that's where we get the best atmosphere.
Yeah. Yeah, my general thoughts were I think it's a decent bit of it's decent at telling the story. It's just too big. It's like too operatic.
I think actually going so operatic hurt them.
Uh,
I think they actually probably would have been better off with a lot more spoken word than because there's people on this album who sound like they're trying to sing a fucking opera, and that doesn't fit.
yeah.
Also, a lot of the side characters I probably would have got different singers for, like
Yeah.
Sam the Eagle. Um, Fuck. Dombrowski, because there's a guy in Blessed Are the Faithful who he kind of sings like this. He sings through his nose, and it's like, oh, you
Blessed
mother.
are the
Yeah, that
faithful.
guy.
Uh, Hell's on the
And
horizon.
I love that song,
Uh,
but he takes me right the fuck out of it when I notice it. I'm like, oh, you piece of shit.
he sounds like a to me like I like he sounds like a
Cartoon mouse.
he's a cartoon mouse, like a nerdy cartoon mouse. Like,
Yes,
he,
sir.
uh, yeah, yeah,
You got anything to add?
yeah.
Or are we gonna go
It's
straight to stars?
yeah, good skits, lots of tropes. It's not. I don't think it's strange enough for Lovecraft stuff.
Mm,
Uh,
that's fair.
yeah, stars. Let's go to stars.
Do you want me to go first or you?
How about you go first?
When I came in to do this review with you, I was going to give it 4.5.
Yeah,
After actually discussing the album and some of the flaws you pointed out, I'm bringing it down to 3.5.
yeah,
Yeah. I love this album, but it could have been. I don't think it would have been that hard to cast different people. And, like, when some of the songs are so strong musically and then other ones sound just like a rock song, it kind of takes you out of it. So,
yeah. Like sometimes they're like committing to the opera thing. Sometimes they're not. And a lot of the times when they commit to being an opera, it for me it falls flat on its face. Like,
unless it's Kazaya. Yeah.
yeah, I'm feeling I'm feeling I'm feeling I'm feeling a 2 on this album. I like there's some I might listen to Between Reality and Dreaming again, but there's not like I don't know if I'll ever return. You know,
That,
it's a
that's fair. Like the only album that we have done that I actually the album I've got the most songs out of that we've reviewed so far. Beyond this one, because I picked this, so I'm not going to count that. That's not fair. Is
yeah.
Kendrick Lamar's "Good Kid, Mad City"? I listen to that shit every day.
You fucking have you listened to Mark Kendrick yet?
Not yet. I'm working my way up to it. I,
You're a bad boy.
I've been busy, man. It's
All right,
it's wood year.
it's wood year.
It's the wood time of the year. You gotta fucking like cut wood and shit, dog.
No, it's wood year.
Fuck you.
It's a year of wood. Charlie, we got tons of wood.
You know
I don't
what?
know what we're gonna do with it.
I'm fine with being Charlie if you're gonna be fucking Danny DeVito. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. No, I'm not Danny DeVito. My name is Brown Jenkins.
I hate you. Go get your goddamn dice, you piece of shit.
All right. Yeah. It gets an official 2 for me. It's like I definitely think they're like people who would enjoy this album if they don't mind it being over dramatic. You know, like
um,
for
yeah,
what it is.
I agree.
Uh,
But combined, Sean, that's a 5.5 star album. Not our best reviewed, but it actually broke 5 stars, which is more than I can say for Thomas Rhett and for that fucking punk band, Neck Deep.
Neck Deep, yes. There's a fucking. Where did I see Neck Deep recently? I saw Neck Deep somewhere weird.
Were they starting beef with me?
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no. I wish. Uh, I saw like they were featured on something Neck Deep where it was like a small indie thing. I don't remember what it was.
holy crap, Sean! Holy crap! This isn't a good week.
Why?
There's a lot of shit on this list I'm going to veto.
Vita. Oh man, we're rolling a D20, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah, we are.
I'm still scheming up what I'm gonna dish to you the next week. Um,
I'm interested because my next album, I actually think, depending, when will the next one be? It'll be okay. Nah, it'll be after October. Shit. Anyway, next time since we'll have missed Halloween because of our recording fuck upperies and stuff, um, I will be picking a rap album. So,
cool. TMX.
nope.
Um, that the West Coast group, the super group.
West Side Connection.
Yeah.
That could be it. Yeah.
All right. It's let me get that die out.
Yeah. While you're doing that, can I ask you a question since you actually know about rap?
Yeah.
Does Nate Dogg ever have big songs by himself? Because I always see him as like the featured guy. Like,
I don't think so. I don't think he's ever.
because he's been a part of a lot of big songs. Like he's been with
He's
Eminem, he's been with fucking West Side Connection, but I don't ever remember hearing any of his solo stuff.
he has like 2 solo albums apparently. They're not super well received. I don't think they're any. Yeah, I don't.
Little
Yeah.
Uzi Vert, get out of the Billboard Top 200. You've been there for too fucking long.
All right. Let me. My die is ready now. Let me get my list ready. There we go. Top 200. Let's go for number 1. Shania Twain.
I'd
Um,
be fine with that. It'd probably
um,
be awful. I want number 2.
well, I don't know what that is, but I'll take a look in a second. Oh my God.
What did you roll? Don't say a 4, you bastard.
Um,
A boogie with the hoodie. What the fuck?
is that racist?
That's what it says.
Yeah, we're going with number 3.
Demi Lovato.
I'm I think I'm about ready to take out my veto.
Okay. I'll
I
accept that.
yeah, I'm pulling the hammer back and shooting the veto. The fucking cover of the album. I'm looking at like the actual version of
I have
it.
it up too.
It's fucking Adele. She looks like Adele.
I don't think Adele has black hair.
I don't know the color of her hair, but let me link you. I don't know if you're looking at the same image.
I'm just looking on the billboard.
There's a Wikipedia. Uh, it's all right. My veto has been activated. Danny DeVito. Uh, my Danny DeVito. All right, let's roll again.
You're such a tart.
The tardiest. I'm retarded. Uh, uh, okay, I just rolled a 3 again. We're gonna ignore that.
Well, yeah, we're not going to accept the same fucking number.
American Teen, Khalid,
Where the fuck do you see that? Khalid?
number 11.
Oh, fuck. No, no. Veto. Veto.
All right, all right.
I don't.
Um, pulling your veto. All right.
We get 2.
Oh my goodness, we're fucked.
What is it?
It is number 20.
What the fuck is number 20? Isa?
It is an album by 21 Savage.
Never heard of him.
Was there anything good here?
No, there is fuck all in the top 20 this week. There's Tom Petty's greatest hits.
Oh my goodness. I think things I would have I would have been kind of weird about, but fucking if we rolled damn, uh, let's see, that would have been maybe all right. We fucking hit Thomas Red again. Uh,
Tom Petty.
um, let's see.
I don't. Most of these names I don't know.
I heard the SZA's album Control there is all right. Um,
Tamar
uh,
Braxton, Bluebird of Happiness.
all right. We're gonna have to deal with 21 Savage is an album.
It's on the rise.
um,
Hold on. Let me just check something real quick.
I also just I think you pronounced the name at first weird. It's just it's an album, you know. It's an album, as
Oh,
in it's an album.
I thought it was a reference to the Wu-Tang Clan
Oh, with what do you mean?
with the RZA.
Uh, that's too intelligent.
This album's fucking 14 songs long. God damn it.
56 minutes. Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be painful. Can we go back in time and reroll?
Yeah, I'm gonna post-mortemly use my second one. I'll post-mortemly use my second band.
That removes your second veto from next week. Your first veto from next week.
There is no
Uh,
veto next week. It's your choice next week.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's only one thing I won't do on this. Out of all the rest, I refuse to do Drake. You know that, so.
We're doing Post Malone Stoney.
Okay. I actually is looking at that and it looks okay. Like I don't I'm looking at it and I can't really get a good glimpse of what kind of music he does.
It's I know it's in part trap music.
Oh
Um,
fuck.
there's also weird acoustic stuff.
So he's like
I
little Wayne.
uh if if Lil Wayne was a white boy,
Oh fuck, that dude's
uh,
white?
yeah.
Oh.
Um,
The dreads threw me
uh,
off.
well, nowadays everybody has dreads. Like, come on,
I'd
man.
have dreads if I could. I'd have like
You
90s white boy dreads though, where it's only just like 1 or 2 in your hair.
know, there's a rapper who's like 16 right now, and he's like a popular artist. Like that's
That
crazy.
doesn't happen often, does it?
And it's yeah, and he's not like a it's fucking I'm talking about Little Pump. Uh and he's not even like it's not like he's like Jaden Smith where he's like the son of someone famous, I don't
What
think.
about Little Bow Wow? You remember him?
I don't know who Little Bow Wow is.
Jesus!
Uh,
Did you like
uh,
finger fuck your microphone there for a second?
oh, I apologize. You'll have to edit that.
Fuck no, they can suffer with me.
Yeah, it's just if you in the music he makes, he's a terrible lyricist. Like you just like repeats things over and over. Just listen to Gucci Gang,
Isn't
and
that pretty much trap music though? I find trap music has a lot of fucking repetition.
well, the whole thing is that it basically they don't know how to rap, but they're still rapping. That's what trap is to me.
Isn't mumble rap the same thing?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the song Gucci Gang. Basically, the entire song is Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. Here's one or two rhymes. Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
Is
Uh,
Gucci Mane at least on the album on that song?
he is on this album, but he's not on the song.
Mm.
Uh,
Gucci Mane. That's all I know about Gucci Mane. I know his name.
why is everybody little? Why do they want to be little?
It
Um,
must be a rap thing, right?
it, uh, yeah,
Well, he is
it's
probably little. He's 16, right?
yeah. I mean, yeah. He if there's one person who should be considered little, it's him. He doesn't even look that young. Like he's 16, but he looks like he could be like this like a 20-year-old douchebag.
Well, dude, I've
Uh,
I've seen people who are 20 who look like they're 40. So,
Jeez. Um,
but
yeah.
before we overrun this, Sean, shall we say bye-bye to the people?
Bye bye.
Goodbye and good night, everyone.
Get
Put
a
you in my
bye from
sights. Bang.
get you goodbye from Brown Jenkin. Uh, uh,
Insert Always Sunny theme here.
oh my God, you gotta edit that in.
Fuck no.
Uh,